What's going on, guys? It's Sin here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a quick tutorial on how to change car physics in Assetto Corsa. So without further ado, let's go right into it. First thing you're going to want to do is open up Content Manager. Once inside there, you're going to head over to the Content tab and search for the car that you want the physics for. In this case, I'm going to be using a TSUJIGIRI PS13 right here. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is unpack the data here, and it's going to open up this folder here. We're going to copy this, and paste it somewhere we remember. I'm just going to put it right here on my desktop. Next, we're going to open up our data folder, and we're going to highlight Sounds, Mirrors, Loads, Lights, Flames, Flame Presets, Driver 3D, Digital Instruments, Colliders, Cameras, Blurred Objects, and Analog Instruments. And we're going to delete all of those. Next, we're going to go into Suspensions, and we're going to delete Header and Basic. Save that. Next, we're going to also go into Car, and we're going to keep Total Mass and Inertia, so we want to delete everything above that. And then also Controls down, so we want to delete Graphics. Save that. Next, we can go back into Content Manager, and now find the car model that we want to take. In this case, I'm going to use a 350Z Rocket Bunny kit. So let's do the same thing, unpack data. And now in this case, I have two data folders. One's data 1 and data. So what I'm going to do is delete the second one because I don't need it. Once in here, we're going to go back to the cars and copy this, as we do not want to change the physics of this car fully. So next, we're going to go into the data folder. We're going to select everything. And now we're going to unselect Suspensions, Sounds, Mirrors, Loads, Lights, Flame Presets, Flames, Driver 3D, Digital Instruments, Colliders, Cars, Cameras, Blurred Objects, and Analog Instruments. And we're going to delete the rest. Now we can open up our other data folder and start with our suspensions. Open up both suspensions files. We're going to copy everything over. So ARB down, we're going to copy. And replace it there. We could save that. Next, we're going to do the same with the car file. We're going to copy the total mass and inertia, and controls down. Save that. What I also like to do is change the screen name. So in this case, I'm going to call it Sin's 350Z Rocket Bunny Kit. Save that. You can exit out of both of these. And now we're going to go back into here and delete car and suspensions. Now we can copy over all of these files from our physics and move them over to our model car. Now after doing that, I also like to rename the folder, and we'll call it Sin's 350Z Rocket Bunny. Delete that data folder because we don't need it. Go into our Content Manager. And here we can drag the file into Content Manager, install as car as well, hit install. Now there should be two cars with this name. So this was the one that we were just on. So this is our car that we just named. So let's also rename it here. Now we can go into our folder. If there is a file here that's titled data.acd, make sure you delete it. If you don't delete it, there will definitely be a mistake in this next step. So now we can go over here and into our CM showroom. Next, we'll head over to here into our car parameters, and we will hit Align Car Using Data. And here's how our car looks. So it seems like we need a little bit better fitment in the back here, I would say. So we're going to want to make this look a little better. So let's open up our folder, go into data, and we're going to first check out our car file. The first text that we're going to look at is our graphic offsets here. This first number 0, we're going to probably want to keep that 0, as this number will shift all the tires either to the right or to the left. It's not going to do them either individually, it's just going to do both sets of back tires to the right or both sets of back tires to the left, same with the front tires, and it just doesn't look good right now. It looks pretty even on both sides on where we want to be, right? Next number here is going to be our ride height. So this is just in relation to the car body. So the car body is going to go up and down depending on the number here. So to demonstrate, I'm going to put a big 1 in front, and it puts it through the floor, right? So we don't want that. I kind of like the ride height right now in the car. Looks like the back could maybe use a little bit better, but it's not too bad. I like the ride height. So our third number here is going to be how front or back these tires are, or the wheels are. So these two tires will be pushed up also with rear 2, or these two tires will be pushed down also with the rear 2. So we don't really want to mess with that setting right now. I think I like how it looks. So we can exit out of this, go back into our folder, go into the suspensions file. Next, we're going to scroll down and look for graphic offsets, which is this file right here. So now all of these settings are going to be referring to each individual wheel. So left front, right front, left rear, right rear. So what this wheel underscore LF means is this is going to be how far out the wheel is. So this is our left front wheel. And if we go into our settings and change this to say a 165, it's going to be out a lot more. So let's put that back to a 065, because I kind of like how this is. And now the suspension underscore LF is going to be relation to the brake caliper. So if this was 005, the brake caliper is behind the rotor. We don't want that, so let's put it at 055. That's going to be in front of the rotor. So now you can do the same with each individual wheel to get the right fitment to how you want to look. So now there are other files that we can also type in the suspensions file, such as the camber, toe, everything like that. And you guys can mess around with these settings if you want. I kind of like how this car looks, and I think it will shred the track nicely and look nicely doing it. So thank you so much guys for watching. I'm going to end this video off with some clips that I'm going to take with this car that I just built. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. It's been Sin. Peace.